Your mitochondria right now are slowly chipping away at your life. They're slowly killing you and you're not even realizing it. And thus I'm here to tell you all about this little sausage's schemes in order to be aware of them. But wait, how can something so innocent be evil? Isn't the mitochondria the powerhouse of the cell? Isn't it producing energy that we need every day to function? Yes. But that's exactly why they're compromising on your very existence. You see, I've come to balance things out here. I am sick and tired of seeing this little shrimp being put in positive light all the time. But instead of rambling all about it, come here, let me show you why it's evil. If you take a look over here, we've got ourselves a beautiful, succulent-looking mitochondrion. This teeny tiny little croissant-looking thing is the cause of all our problems. You see, it consists mostly of an inner layer and an outer layer. These layers are made of fats, proteins, and carbohydrates. The most important thing though is that they produce the majority of the energy required by the cell through a series of reactions. They basically make us function entirely, and without them we wouldn't be here. Wait, isn't that a good thing though? They produce a lot of energy, they make us function, and we're here. Unfortunately, we're humans and we can't have good things. Just like everything in life, there's always a catch when you depend on one source of energy. I'm looking at you, energy industry. As we mentioned, these mitochondria produce lots of energy. However, on top of the energy that they produce, they also produce toxic byproducts. These toxic byproducts are called reactive oxygen species, or ROS for short. You see these reactive oxygen species that have been made? These tiny little gremlins are responsible for destroying things inside the cell, like the DNA, the proteins, and the fats. 90% of these weapons of mass destruction are made inside the mitochondria. Okay, you see where I'm going with this now? Here's a question for you. What happens if we let these entities of mass destruction and terror run loose inside the cell, destroying everything in its path from structures to proteins to machineries, imposing their unjust rules and oppressing the working class and stripping away the rights for the sake of the thing they call profit? That's right, you guessed it, that's what we refer to in a professional setting as a cell without a bright future. If you take a look over here, we've got mechanisms inside the cell that are responsible for protecting us from these evil reactive oxygen species. These mechanisms are called the antioxidant defense mechanism. These defense mechanisms neutralize these reactive oxygen species to protect our cells. But, just like the police, they're not perfect at protecting all of us. These spooky ROS byproducts eventually accumulate inside the cell and raise an army, and then from there they mercilessly rip apart every fiber of the cell, protein by protein, turning the cell from this into this. And so, my dear cells, we must put an end to this dependence on these mitochondria. We must find a way to unite together, to take back our freedom, to end this dependence, to end these monopolies. But most importantly, we must unite together to make the future safe for our children and the future generations that come after us. If we don't put an end to it now, I'm afraid the world may never recover. I've done my part and I've spread the message. However, this is not the end. We must continue to be vigilant and spread this message even further in order to raise awareness on the evil doings of these mitochondria. And so I urge you to continue spreading this message by sharing this video and subscribing. Thank you very much. Stay safe out there.